My name is David Meyer. I am the owner of Bay Foods Incorporated. We are a small ice cream store located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've been in business here for over 70 years. My wife and I have owned it for about 10 now. We have a lot of dairy product, and the food safety zones for dairy is pretty sensitive. It's a small range, and if our products get too warm or too cold, they will either freeze if it's too cold or too warm, where bacteria can grow. So it's mostly for food safety. And then of course there's the impact financially if your inventory is destroyed by virtue of lack of temperature. So at any given time, one of our refrigerators, if it goes down, could have upwards of about $1,000 worth of inventory in it. It varies, of course, and we monitor 10 systems in our small store, from walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, to stand-up refrigerators, to topping stations, and ice cream workstations. Unbeknownst to us, rooftop condensing units can fail in the wintertime. They get too cold, which the ambient temperature outside dropped down to 15 below, and all of a sudden our condensing unit on the rooftop no longer worked. And our walk-in cooler actually was not cooling anymore because the condenser was too cold. So we were informed of that in the morning when we got here. Otherwise I would have walked right by it, not knowing it. One event said, hey, your cooler's not at temperature. So we contacted our vendor to come in and fix it. And we were first in queue that morning. And sure enough, he went up to the rooftop and made an adjustment to the condensing unit and fixed our issues with it. Since then, I've been using that one event to actually manage that cooler, because after that adjustment, I've had to incrementally lower the temperature to make sure it's within the range that we're required to keep our dairy products in. So I also use it to manage our freezers and our coolers, not just to tell me when they break down. So this morning I have to actually make an adjustment to the walk-in cooler because it's still not down in its range. And that's the beauty of the one event technology. It helps me be proactive about my equipment. The phone app is great. I'm really happy with it. It's really easy to use. It gives me a quick overview of my cold zone, and if I see an issue on one of my freezers or coolers, I zoom in on it and look at it to see what's going on with it. In addition to that, I've also used the charting application to show my repair people what's going on with the machines. And so they look at these charts and they can say, oh, look at that, it should not be that high. So, and they were able to quickly diagnose the problem up on the rooftop by virtue of my showing them the charts that were available to us through the One Event app on my phone. It's given my wife and I a peace of mind knowing that we have someone watching over our equipment and telling us when we have problems. There's always going to be a problem. It's just, are you aware of it, and can you get on it quickly enough to solve any issues and prevent any losses? So we've had our freezer here to my left break down. We were informed last summer, and we were here in time to clean the whole thing out, and we were able to take all the product over to the restaurant next door, put it in their freezer until this thing could be fixed. So that would have been a big loss for us if we didn't have the one event in place. I believe that one event is a good investment because it gives me a peace of mind knowing that my equipment is being monitored. Number two, it helps me prevent losses that may occur as a result of equipment failure, which does happen. So I believe that the price that I pay, the cost of one event, is substantially less than my losses that could occur. I believe we get a true return on investment by preventing loss in our inventory as opposed to looking at it from cash going out the door. I would definitely recommend one event to a colleague. I would give the application a 9.5, somewhere in there, because I don't think anything's perfect. So I just gotta be fair. But I think it's very good, and we're very happy with it. And trust me, my wife is totally happy with it as well.